Alrighty. Now we're getting into chapter two. Let's really get into what we're going to do. Unfortunately, in chapter two, we will not be categorizing any transactions. We'll be getting set up, looking at the raw balance sheet and profit and loss. Almost nothing will be on it. And then we're going to start setting up our chart of accounts. So my goal is to kind of help you understand how things should work, but not in extreme detail. We're just kind of overviewing it, and you can look back at this and maybe go, that's a good, like, now I really understand why we did it that way. But for now, this is just more of a how to navigate QuickBooks and how to get where you need to go. So when you get to your QuickBooks, you're going to click the Let's Go, and you'll have an account that's already set up for you. Um, it'll have your email. You can choose whatever you'd like here. So let's say you want your username to not be your email. You can do that. Prithvi, GPTC, bookkeeping. And I'm going to put a password in. And I'm going to use a phone number. All right, let's get started here. It's going to ask you for a code. So that's definitely fun. Let me get my code out real quick. My phone. Do not share this code with anyone. All right, cool. So we're going to get signed in for the very first time. I'm going to just hit get started. Going to click bookkeeper and accountant. Let's go. The first thing we're going to look at is our bank transactions. So we're going to go to transactions, bank transactions, and we'll end up at this page. And you will see a lot of transactions, almost 1,000, but don't let this scare you. I'm going to teach you both how to do bookkeeping and how to use QuickBooks pretty efficiently. So this 938 will start to dwindle pretty quickly as we go through everything. And you'll see here that you have a bunch of different descriptions of transactions that are coming through from the bank feed, and we're really just going to go through and figure out what we're going to do with all of this. So the next piece that I really want to show you is a chart of accounts. And right now, when you click on chart of accounts, there isn't going to be much over here. And if you don't know how to get the chart of accounts, you can hit transactions and go to chart of the accounts. All of these bank transactions have to be categorized into something on this list, right? So if you look here, we have the Chase Bank checking, which is where all the bank transactions start. But we don't have a lot of accounts that will lead into things. So, for example, we would need an account called Cafe Sales to record all of the sales that are coming in. And I know there's a one called Sales here, but it's good to set up your own chart of accounts in a way that makes sense to you. So, I like to kind of ignore the default and kind of build something that makes sense for me. So, that's kind of just a quick overview of the chart of accounts. Okay. So the last thing that we need to look at is the reports. So the reports, if we go to the reports tab here, we'll see that the balance sheet and the profit and loss are right at the front. As you'll see, there's nothing in here right now because we haven't done anything yet. But this is where we'll have our report that shows all of our income and all of our core expenses to running the business and our net profit. So this kind of shows us our profitability here. And I know it's empty, so let's get into setting up our chart of accounts.